Hey everyone, so in this video we'll discuss about the company Aarti Pharma Labs. So this particular company popped up in few of my screeners. So this looks like a pretty good swing trade, as well as if someone wants to invest, even from an investing point of view, this company looks to be doing really good. Okay, so we'll discuss a bit of its fundamentals and look at its technicals as well. So it's a small cap company with hardly 3,700 crores market cap. The P seems to be reasonable. It is not really expensive. Usually what happens for a small cap company, if it is doing really well, the P kind of tends to be higher, let's say around 30-35 levels, and people are okay kind of giving it that P because of the growth that it has been seeing continuously. The ROC is good around 16.1, which usually I look for something above 15 ROC. So that is great. The operating profit margin is very good, around 18-19% for the business, right? Pledge is nothing, so the debt, hardly any debt, 0.12. So almost a debt free company, doing really well, right? Growing continuously, and it is still a subsidiary of Aarti Industries. So everyone is aware about Aarti Industries and the Aarti group, how they have created wealth for their shareholders over the last many years, right? So this is a subsidiary of that, so there is no real doubt on the management of this company, because everyone is aware how Aarti Industries is doing, right? So what does this particular company do? So these guys develop APIs, and I had made a video on APIs, how the API market in the next 5 odd years should at least double in size, and by 2030 people are expecting it to become like 3x, also 3-4x the API market in India, because of the China plus one shift that is happening. So these guys are in that particular thing, and if you look at the operating profit margins, they have been continuously around that 18-19% range. And what I studied in this particular company is they have been doing some kind of a capex also. So if you understand what exact business that they do, so the 50% of their sales is exports. Okay, so it comes from regions like US, Europe and Russia. So that also acts as an advantage, because if you have read the news lately, in October the pharma sales exports were very strong, right? And also because the rupee is depreciating, this also helps it. Okay, so their clients are, you can go through their lines, Dr. Reddy, Zydus, Glenmark, so all these are their clients. And recently they are doing a capex as well. So if you go here in the new facility, you will see that they have been doing capex as well, right? So especially I'm more inclined towards the CDMO thing. So the CDMO thing is usually pretty big as they get more clients. So the CDMO thing should act like a good growth driver for this particular company. So they have been continuously expanding their business. So if you look at even the balance sheet, so in the balance sheet, if you look at fixed assets, so you can clearly see यहाँ पे in the plant and machinery, it has gone up, right? From 222 to 23, they have added almost around 160 odd crores, right? So they have been doing capex, they are coming out with new products, and because they are like vertically integrated, you can say, because of Aarti Industries, which is their main this thing, right? They should do well. So there is one more company, right? They have even Aarti Drugs. So why am I not choosing Aarti Drugs and considering Aarti Pharma over Aarti Drugs? So if you just compare Aarti Drugs with Aarti Pharma, so this one is somewhere around 19 P and having an operating profit margin of 18%, right? So if you compare Aarti Drugs, so they are also doing something similar, right? They also provide make APIs, right? But here, if you look at the P is already around 27, and the operating profit margin is not that great. So now you'll say that why is operating profit margin that important? So what happens is, if they have some kind of a moat, usually they kind of rake in higher operating profit margin, which Aarti Pharma Labs has, right? Even the debt here is a bit higher. So looking at that, looks like Aarti Pharma Labs should do much better compared to Aarti Drugs in the coming let's say few years, because of maybe let's say the P also gets re-rated because of the higher OPM that they have, and since the debt is also less, they can do aggressive expansion also, Aarti Pharma, right? And even if you look at the technicals of it, right? So this kind of stock came into my screener because of two reasons. One is it's pretty close to its all-time high, right? And then what is happening is there is accumulation also, pretty decent accumulation happening in this stock. So if you look at why probably the big guys are buying, one reason is it is close to that 30 WMA, kind of retesting it, so it is still in stage 2, just a retracement, and usually the big guys kind of buy them around these 150 or the 200 moving average. So those guys are kind of getting in, and like I told you, rupee depreciation and also the pharma exports in the month of October were really strong. Looks like this particular company should do well in the coming quarters. So it looks great for swing trade also. One can kind of take this thing with a stop loss near the 30 WMA. Or if you look at the fundamentals, it looks like a pretty decent company. Because of the management pedigree, it can continue to be a pretty decent wealth generator in the coming years. Okay, hope this video helps. Thank you.